Hey everybody, Lucas here for Hanabi Glass again. Today I'm going to show you how to do a loop for a pendant. It's really simple, pretty well foolproof, and it'll work with pretty much any kind of pendant you want to do. And yeah, let's get started. Here's what we're going to make. Check it out. The loop looks wonderful and very clean and smooth. And this is what we're going to use: some 10mm rod, some 4mm rod, some tweezers, a very narrow reamer, as well as my trusty Zippo. So we're going to do this with both the dark view, which will allow you to see into the flame fairly well, and since a good portion of this will be hard to see when it's dark, we're going to do it in the light as well. So I'll be doing this twice. So first, what you want to do is get a nice gather, and this is just specifically for practicing the loop. If you're making a piece, in this case, say a mushroom bead or something like that, all you got to do is stretch out the little bit extra. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So we've got a nice gather going on here. Say you make a mushroom bead that's a pretty good size for what you're going to be going from. Let it cool down a little bit. Grab your punty, get it warm. We're going to do a nice cold seal. There we go. Now that we got the nice cold seal, you're going to move it to the far side of the gather and start heating it up. Now we're going to make sure everything is well heated, and we're going to give it a nice stretch. I recommend starting a bit slow on your stretch and not doing it too fast. You cut it in the flame right here, pull off any little extra bleb that we want, because it's better to go a little bit longer than a little bit shorter. Once again, that's up to you. All right, now you're gonna do is hold it at an angle, not rotate it at all, but just slowly heat it up and allow gravity to help you to know that it's going to bend. Grab your tweezers, warm them up, and give it a little bit of help. Now that we have the basic shape for the loop, heat up the end that you just did, as well as part of the loop so that it'll still bend. Push to the piece and then pull back a little bit. And here we're going to finish the weld by heating it up a little bit at a time, and then one edge and then the other edge. And after we've done that, we're going to heat the whole piece up and use our reamer to get everything nice and even with a wonderful, perfect loop. Quick side note, if you are using a GTT, do not hit your punty off on the head of it. Use the stand to knock it off. All right, let's do this one more time with the light on it. It's going to be harder to see into the flame, but it'll be easier to see some of the other movements we're going to make. Just like before, gather up a nice blob of glass. Since we're working with some 10mm rod, it'll probably be about 15mm that you'd like to work with. And again, this is just to practice your loop. And I do highly recommend doing it because clear glass is quite a bit less expensive than working with color. And practice makes perfect. All right, so we got our gather. Let's get that nice cold seal going on. Although, as you can see, it's pretty warm still. We'll just give it a second before we put the punty onto it. All right. Now, heat up just on the other side of the gather, same as we did before. And once you have a nice heat base on it, then we're going to stretch it out and remove any of the excess glass that we don't need to work. Alright, so pull off that little extra bleb on the end. It does help because then you can make sure it comes out as clean as you want. And go vertical in the flame. Well, not quite vertical, but mostly. And let it group with gravity. And you'll just turn it around. And then heat up the edge of the glass you're going to tag it on, as well as part of it, so that it all bends nicely. Push it on to the part that you want it to weld to, and pull back a little bit so you'll have a nice taper for your connection. Now, once you have it fully welded on, grab your reamer and make that loop a nice, beautiful circle. And you can straighten it out very easily just by holding it at the nice angle and using your reamer to make sure the loop is centered onto the piece. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, follow, and hit the bell to get all the new extra content. And drop on over on Instagram and check out our feed there. I'll also be streaming on Twitch 3 times a week, and drop onto my channel to check the schedule. We've got a Discord set up, so if you have any questions you want answered about any of the videos, or any videos you'd like to see me make, do that. Or if you just want to chat, say hi about anything. And finally, drop on by our website to check out any new work we have available. Anyway, thank you for watching again.